So good evening everybody, how are you going, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today now, finally we have, I saw this morning before I went to work that we have reached 1,000 subscribers. So to every single person out there that subscribed to the channel and believe in David and Cheyenne that we could have reached it, thank you very much. We will wait a little bit and see what goes on next. Right, so today we mark 1,000 subscribers, and we want to say thank you everybody, and thank you for trusting me and believing in me, and and supporting me. Right, also again once more I would like to thank Rena from Canada for sending us that phone. In that point of time, we didn't have a phone, we was borrowing one, we had to give it back. But now we have his phone, well, my phone, you could, anyway you want to call it, and it working perfectly, and we back up and running, right? If all are not seeing videos from me, like in a couple days, 1 or 2, 3 days, I think we working, right, we trying to get back myself up. So Cheyenne as well and I, two of us working separate times. So when I working, Cheyenne taking care of Pinky and Sammy, and when she go out to work, I taking care of Pinky and Sammy. So I will be, kind of off the grid. We'll kind of be on and off for a little while. Just for a little while, because we're trying to pick up back on some stuff with myself, right? Anyway, I'll let you know what was going on. So we back up and we functioning, working, bills paying, everything going nice. So again, Rena, thank you very much for the phone. To the 1,000 subscribers we reached today, thank you very much for trusting us. And today, let me share the story, right? So now this story, I sure everybody in Trinidad and Tobago know this story, right? Now a lot of people know the Claxton Bay story, right? So everybody know that in Claxton Bay had a girl that died, and they say she gets sting and with a snake, and the statue there, and she is on the road and wherever. They must be here from growing up, coming up, right? But I want to share the story with you that I know, right? So first thing first, let me tell you how I get to know the story. Now the story what I'll be saying there, that is that story. But the story I'm going to share with you now is a story that I'm not going to lie, and I have, well, who gave me the story is somebody that's live right here, which is my grandfather, right? So I know Claxton Bay is listen, let's turn this camera a little bit here, kind of a little off, right? So we should be seeing it better there, right? Good, nice. So the story that everybody knows about the girl and the snake and all that tralala thing, right? But how a person who gets stung with a snake does cause that, right? No, that's not really the story that I'm going to share with you. It have a next story that I learned, right? So first thing first, let me give you how I get to know this story, where I get to know this story, and who teach me this story, right? Before we get into any bacchanal and people say I'm talking shit. First thing first, Claxton Bay. After Claxton Bay, it have Macaulay, right? It's just about a minute drive to Macaulay to Claxton Bay, who know, right? So my grandfather literally from Macaulay. Now he was born in 1932, right here in Claxton Bay, right? So the person I'm telling you who gave me this story is a very old person, right? Which is my grandfather. So he born in 1932, and this incident happened, he said, in 1945, 45 or 46, he tell me. So that when he was about 12 years. Check the years, we checking the years. So if we check from 1945 or 1940, this is 46, right? Just averaging, right? If we check 1946 to 2022, that is like about what? That is about nearly about 50 or 70 years, literally. 70 years, 70, 80 years, about that. My grandfather be how much years? Well, anyway, it's about 70 to 80 years. So this is the story that I know, right? Now my grandfather from right here, Macaulay, Claxton, right? So it's nothing like somebody out of the way tell me the story. He born right here, he grew right here, he live right here, he die right here. Right? Literally. Right? So let me tell you what happened. So my grandfather used to go with his great grandfather, and they used to cut cane and all of these things, right? So now let me tell you which part this incident happened, right? You see, like when you're coming down Couva, after you pass Couva and you're coming down the road, it have like a bad little piece of road right there. You after you pass, you come down the hill in Cuba, you pass Indian Trail, you coming up the hill, follow me through, and as soon as you drive up the hill, the little hill, and you come back down, it have a little bad piece of road right there, and it have a big sign on the left hand side. You might know what I'm thinking about, right? It's right in that area right there, from there to the dump section, right in that. I think that's some squatters I think living there. Some people live in there. I don't know if it's squatters or they own the land, whatever. But they live in somewhere right around there. But a little after them, higher up the road. Check like if you're going back up to Cuba side, right? So let me get this story. What happened there? Yeah, this might be a real different one from it to him, but it is the story that was passed on from me. And he born right here, he grew right here, and he died right here. So it's not necessarily that there's somebody living out of the area and they come and they're just telling you that. No. He was right here, he lived right here, he born right here, grew right here, and he died right here. So he died when he was 80, I think it was 80 years or something, 70 something, 78, 79, somewhere right around there. He died in 2016. 16 by or 17. So check 1932 to 2016. Somewhere around there, 16 or somewhere around there, somewhere right around there, somewhere I can't remember too much. Anyway. Right? So long, he old. Anyway, so let me tell you what happened. He said when he was going to work with his father, they used to cut cane and then right after the dump they going up that whole portion, they whole like him. Well not all that used to be cane, left and right, burning cane, up and down, wherever. Right? So let me tell you what happened. So them was going to work at a morning and they cut cane and thing, right? But you know cane farmers used to work morning and night. So sometimes they work morning, sometimes they work evening, right? Who is cane farmers and who don't know? Who don't know, well, no I tell you only, right? So I used to cut cane too as well with my father and them. So I can tell you, right? Anyway. So them was cutting cane and thing and the morning and thing and they had to come back. Now we're talking about this in 1944, 45, 46, somewhere there. There was somebody we even thinking about dreaming to even come along this world, right? Anyway. So just remember, the year I'm talking about is 1944 to 1946. Right? So don't tell me that this and this, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I just follow in what they tell me. Anyway. So he said that was cutting cane, had a dirt road, a track road going up from by the dump. If you know by the dump, it have a road down inside the dump. But no, that road used to come straight along as a track. Walking onto the highway and going up the road, right? That's what they see. I don't know. Anyway. So he said now they was cutting cane and thing, and they cut cane in the morning and they had to go home and rest. They used to go home for like about a 2 hours rest and thing and come back in the evening. That when they used to light cane in the night time. That's what they say. I don't know. Don't ask me. Right? So they used to light cane and thing in the night. Who know? Well know. And so they used to light the cane and thing in the night, right? And right. Just making sure and check the computer. They have something coming up right after. You will see this one, that one first, and then you will see this one, right? So I have something coming up nice for you. Anyway, yeah. So they used to go and cut the cane in the daytime, and in night time they go in now to light the cane. So the rest of the thing, and he and the father go on, my grandfather and my great grandfather they go on to light the cane in the night. So a good few of them used to work together, so a good few of them had to light the cane to burn, right? So they say now you know when people cutting cane long time and thing, like how now it have man and woman that's going hotel. Right? Yeah. People used to go all in the cane field and right, like long time and thing, right? They never used to have a house and they used to hide and go in the bush and thing and handle the business and thing, right? Now that a lot of children will be watching, so all our ones might have an idea what we're talking about, right? Anyway. So they go in the cane and thing, family and thing, make blah 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 on the cane and thing, right? So we know woman used to plant cane and thing too back in them time, right? Plant cane and cut cane and burn cane. So it had woman and men. So it's a whole teamwork, right? So they say now, when they go on to light the cane, now it's a light cane in the evening time, so the breeze wouldn't damage up the place or wherever it is, right? So they say they go on to light the cane around 7 o'clock in the evening time, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening time, right? And when they go on to light the cane in the evening time, that is, what I tell you about it, right? What I tell you the places, right? They say they go on to light the cane there, and when they go on to light the cane, it had woman and man lighting cane going on, but they say that a fella used to be harassing real woman in that time, right? But they couldn't really go against them because the man who used to run the cane was somebody from not this country, different country, right? That would they say. So, and this man, he was harassing the woman and him that's like the cane and trying to get them and And so my grandfather said had real. You see, long time days people they couldn't talk. Like no, everybody have an opinion. Them couldn't do them thing. So they see something when they know something, they shut them out. Like how it used to be long time, right? One night they will get fired from the job. So they say, well, my grandfather tell me that they will real down the road. About when he was about 60 something years, giving me stories and right. So he tell me how where they see and they know they're not supposed to say anything, right? So plenty things happen in that particular stretch, right? From what I telling you, from by the which part the big sign is after. As soon as you pass the big sign, from they come up a little rough road and there's some squatters or somebody, and then you reach it from there straight down till you reach by the incline after you pass the Macaulay Bridge and you go you have an incline that's good down before you hit Gasparilla, before that portion there. A lot that thing happened there, right? So what happened there is that the person used to run the cane, he used to rape the woman and him. Rape them, literally rape. That is what they tell me, I don't know. They be talking about 1944 to 1946, somewhere around there. He say when he was 10 to 12 years. So that is around there, that we tell me, right? So I don't know if it's true, I don't know. I just share the story. So maybe that is how a lot of accidents and things be happening in the road. So I go explain that to you now, right? As I say, I don't know. Don't hold me against it. I just don't know. The past story and I mean, come on, the man was old, so apparently it could be true or not. I don't know. Anyway, so he say now the owner used to run the cane and wherever it is, right? Was one of them foreigners on the mountain, right? I don't know. To ask me, I don't know. I just making sure I get that out of the way because people go say I'm talking shit and all kind of. I don't know. I just follow what my grandfather tell me, right? It's a story. I don't know if it's true or false, but I assume maybe it could be true because the amount of thing that going in that little stretch here going down that road, I believe it may be true. It could be true. You understand? Anyway. So that always happened. The man used to rape the woman and them who taking cane and them, right? So he constantly doing it and it so happened that one of the woman she get Philippite that he constantly rape and she and wherever, right? And at night now they go and tell light cane. And my grandfather say how they hear somebody bawling in the cane. Right, but the woman now who was making the problem, like she raised awareness about it now, boy. And the man then like that, so they tell like other people, other leaders and other villagers and well not villagers but workers, bigger workers or whatever it is, right? And apparently the man didn't like that. So they say at night now they go and tell light cane and on the hill going up they now it was light up and they hear somebody bawling, screaming, a woman bawling. Like, bawling. So when the rest of the people, well, who was working with my great-grandfather and them, they run up to see what it was. And they say how it had a woman she catch a fire in the cane. And she was bawling. So I don't know if anybody ever passed in the night and you hear like a screaming. Like a woman crying. Right, well, that's the bad part about it. She had a child. Yeah. She had a child and the man light up the woman and the child in dark in field. In that stretch what I'm telling you about, right? Now that is the story, I don't know. Right? And my grandfather said they hear that woman bawling down the place and well, the whole highway going up all the way down was pushing us. So apparently it could be true, Could literally be true because when I was small, I remember we used to plant cane right by that dam there. That section going on all we used to go and plant cane and my grandfather and all of them. My father and all them used to plant cane and cut cane on the other side to the opposite side to all they used to cut cane and they used to walk and things. Right? So it could be true, I don't know. I wouldn't really know, but I just telling you that he's in the 40 something I tell you, right? The 44, 45 around there. So anyway, so the man was running like apparently they says he do it because the woman was raising up real bacchanal and she couldn't stand it and thing, right? Now, you remember a long time this was real totally different than now. So apparently the man didn't like that. So he light up the woman and the child. But like by the time they reach to here, the child had already die already. Right? That's what they say. But the woman was bawling and like she was crying. She was crying for she child and she getting burned. But nobody could not go and help she. Remember them days and no water and things. So when you getting water to go and help she. And they came and light up so it's like you know what it is. Who know. Cain, when Cain still alive, so it has no stop in Cain. Cain has only stop when everything burn out. So who know, right? So that is how Cain does work. So the young people and always watch the channel and they follow know. When I like, if I like then Cain and I be real careful because Cain has catch up when Cain catch up so he can't hold that, you know. That real hard out. Anyway. So it so happened that the girl that was that burned and she child, she was bawling and crying and nobody could not help she. So it so happened it burned, she burned out and everything and she bawled and she cried. So my grandfather say, well, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. People is dying, the cane, hunger, rape, killing. Sometimes they're cutting thing and mushing past them. All kind of drama a long time. It's not nothing like them kind of thing now. And we talking about the 40s, so maybe it could be true. It could be true. I don't know. Anyway, so a few days pass and thing, and then they set up, you know, they used to pull cane with ox. Them ox on them, right? Them cow on them, right? The ox on them. The bull on them then. So they say they're driving through the track now, cane done burn. Now the section where they burn and which part she burn and thing, they clean it up. Now the statue on top there with the girl, that is a different thing we're talking about, that's a different story. Right? The one I talking about is on the other side with where they used to cut plant cane and thing and the girl burn and the other side. Me and all the other statue thing. Right? They say I never really get the story off of that, so I don't know. But I know the one with my grandfather tell me about why accidents happen from Cuba, from the middle act from after Indian Trail Covered Road to straight to Gospel, alright? So I will tell you the story now. Right, so they say so a few nights pass and then well in a long time people and then they would just sit down together and gather and talk about how good the person was and blah 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 and all of that tralala thing, right? So it so happened that they was pulling the bull to go and get the cane. But you know when cane burn, they go and cut the cane, right? So there's plenty of cane, so they'll cut same shift morning and evening. So they say they're going to cut the cane, right? And my grandfather said they're going to cut the cane, so the bull said the girl wild boy. Now a few days after, a couple days after, maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe I don't know. I say a few days after, that we tell me. And the bull said the girl wild and thing, I said they make up a kind of noise and thing now, boy. Like he seen that spirit coming to them. He said the girl wild and shake up and thing and start to run. Well, you even know a bull can't really run, he can't really go fast. But he just leave everything and start to walk and just go. He just had to go, he jump. He started to wall up and thing. And so my grandfather had to go and hold on, my great grandfather now. I had to go and hold on the bull and thing and then that way he tell me, I don't know. As I say, I don't know. Don't tell me. But my grandfather used to share real stories with me, yeah. So, you know, plenty things. I will sort of give you stories on them things later down the road, right? Plenty stories. Well, there's like, remember as I said a long time, there was no current, it was mostly lamp and flambeau, right? Them glass lamp and them flambeau. So when you have to do, hear some stories, right? I don't know, as I say, I don't know if the story is true. But I assume it is true. Anyway. So he said the bull and things and like, yo, bad and things and jump up and they run and the bull leave there. Now them two and them with the bush and the dark that way. Because they got to cut cane, them time they're not like that, they have flambeau. So they like the flambeau and they try to cut the cane, but the bull go on the way and go on quite on the road. And they cut the cane still and they will say, oh, go back for the bull. So by then them cutting the cane now, they see the bush, the cane itself moving. Like somebody walking through the cane, pushing going, right? And they're seeing the bush moving, right? And they're seeing like somebody coming towards them. So my grandfather say, my great grandfather pick you up and start to run. Run down the road. He ran the opposite direction from which one the bull was that way. So he got more into the bush. And the bull head down the road, right? So he got more into the bush. He gets stupid. Because first time he seen this now, boy, somebody walking through the bush and thing. Right? So that is what my grandfather tell you, right? You see when you might get dotish, boy. So they he said, oh, well, I think my grandfather was the oldest. Or not? Yeah, I think so. He's the oldest out of all of them. Out of all the children. Yeah. So he pick him up and take him and start to run in the next direction, the darker direction, right? Leave the flower, everything there. So he telling my grandfather, he said, you see what I see? He said, yes, we see. So he didn't tell him to come on already. So they wait a little bit, he said he wait a little bit, but they had to go back to the walk. The foreman up the road, there's ball, it's like a whistle, there's whistle now, boy. Who know cotton can't have a whistle, they used to whistle. So they used to whistle back and tell them if the day now, boy. They used to check up on a whistle. Like I can think he's putting a tongue and whistle on him. Yeah, so that's what they used to do long time. So when he whistle back. So nobody get no answer because I'm quite up inside now, but like that section. So no answer. So everybody come up now, they come to look for them. They all as the woman that happened to them. So they're making sure everybody was safe now. I when they whistling, he can't whistle because he quite up inside now, boy. When they hear that whistle, everybody have a man to a certain point they go whistle and that one must hear that whistle to whistle back to make sure that they're good. Because remember it's bush, it's darkness. So it's only that flambe we have inside that day, you know. You understand? Or a lamp, a lantern they used to call it a long time. Right? So man, he whistle. So everybody come now and they see the bull quite on you, but they ain't seen them, so they sort of look around for them. But then they sort of call them, they was high up, the man come and tell them, he said, boy, we cutting thing here, right? Soon as we reach and then the bus and they get on mad and wild and thing. And sort of run and we see the bush and things and move. So them fella now saying, boy, you're so stupid, how the bush go move and it must be the breeze, boy. They say, tell any man, my grandfather and them, that how, no, the bush was moving and things. So them saying, so my grandfather and my grandfather telling me that my grandfather say he not cut on that section. He will go in the next section and cut. So it's so happen they go and they leave and go in the next section. So they send somebody else on that section now. That is why the dump side we talking about there, a little high up the road. If you know why the dump is, yeah, a little high up the road up there, right? So they go on that side out to cut. So he cut on the next side now. So the next one now, the next day now, the same thing happened to the man, right? And then the sun keep on sending people out there and they say the same thing happening. So they started sending woman now. But when they started sending the woman now, the woman and them too started see it coming for them. Now you knowing that if a woman, that thing was happening to a woman, you know, that woman will have a heart. But apparently this woman didn't have a heart for nobody, because nobody didn't stand up for she. At that point in time, that what my grandfather say. Right? I mean, fast as they get old and wise and they get to learn things, you go understand, right? But older people at that time didn't have that kind of education or that kind of understanding. So he said woman too hard to run out from this. So that whole section on that side by the dump day or going up there, coming down with that hard breezes hit, going from there, they say from by the dump, by the people cut right there, from that side, that piece right there, straight till they reach the incline before it hit down to go Gasperlo. That big long, that big drop it does get to go down from day to day, 75% to 85%. That which part she just be roaming, bawling and crying for she child. Right? So now you must be wondering now how is not man alone. Well, as I tell you, a woman went to cut the cane to and she was coming after the woman. And my grandfather say that anybody that they have, that this woman see that they don't have a stand up for somebody or some bacchanal, like that kind of way now, but they see things and don't say that how she has made them get an accident. Man, woman, child, everybody. So that is the story for that thing, why they have a lot of accident within that specific area. Now a lot of people say that the girls be roaming and no. That nothing to do with she. She get, that is a different story. I will share that story with you, that what I know and my grandfather tell me. But this story what I'm telling you about is that woman and that child. And they say a long time. If you check high up the road, it has some land selling a light. That old house was there. They say the woman and the child used to live in that old house. I don't know if it's true. But they say in the night time she used to come out and holding that child on she hand and thinking that people go stop for she now, but when they stop she disappear. Poof. Like if she was just an air. So now for me that happened to me once. Serious thing. That happened to me once. I swear I was driving and I see a child on the road. I swear. And when I stop and I watch back in the mirror, no child. No child. Serious thing. That happened to me once. You understand? And I swear that child was there. You understand? But I don't know. Anyway. So my grandfather now tell me that how the woman that who does roam and kill people, and it's not that she does fine like anybody, no. She have a specific target she does go after. Like when she's a stand up for what the man was doing them and nobody else want to stand under the woman nothing, that's why she don't care for nobody. And all the woman and them, like she tell them what was going on, nobody didn't stand up for she. So apparently when the man burned the child and she, it so happened she get to hate anybody that was in that kind of thing was going on there now, boy. That kind of bacchanal when she was warning people and nobody never stopped for she. Now, my great grandfather said they know the woman. But remember when you're cutting cane, it has sections. So you have a section going so, you have a section going so, like groups when they go to cut cane. Not like you cutting there and no, it used to be like section because these have a whistle, right? Who cut cane? No. That whistle is whistle to find out what everybody is on the, because cane is a very high thing. And when you see that light on fire, everybody had to know which what everybody is. So when they say cut cane, they say whistle. Right? So a lot of things happen in that area with women. Right? And this man do that. And that's why this woman, there's kill man and woman. Right? You know, a lot of accident, a lot of things has happened. If you check it, if you check what I'm telling you, from what I'm telling you, from which part it is, you will tell me I'm really talking the truth. Because you put nonsense in, I mean, my grandfather died in 1940. Let me say 45, 46, right? Where you was? Think about it. How you know how they was? You wouldn't know. You understand? But the man tell me, and that is, you think about it. You think about it. That time there no light, and like highway current. You understand? Check it out. It's road, little tracks, little dot track. Most of them was bull pulling cane and thing. Everybody who cut cane know that. You understand? Who know the whistle? If anybody watches video and all know that whistle, tell me if I lie. It have a whistle, there's whistle boy. To know which part everybody is. There's a whistle. I kind of think there's putting a hand and a tongue and whistle, but that whistle is here found. Right? So when you think about it, it's really true because it's nothing to do with that girl. Even though the little girl did get sting, that they say she gets sting. How she gonna be hunting people and that snake sting she? Literally, that what they say, right? But for my thing in that what they say, I hear a different story for that. Right? My grandfather gave me a different story on that portion. I mean, that whole section going on there was cane cutting long time. So I mean, a lot of things used to happen in the cane. And as what I tell you, they happen. Think about what I'm saying. Right now, I don't know. Everybody might have a view on the thing about this story. But that is what I know and that is what I think happened really for true. Because why are, let me just say something. Why woman, men, children, everybody just getting accident according to that whole area there, right? Not literally children, but men and women. Why not only men? Or why not only women alone? Always adults, constantly. Plenty accident. And it has happened only time for cane season. Check it out for yourself. Right? Who know cane season? Check it out for yourself. As well as time to burn cane and then, right. And the planting back cane, check it out for yourself. You go see. Check it out for yourself. You go see when the accident go kick off. So that is what happened. So now it's crop time. Now there is cut cane and burn cane. When it's time to plant it, that when it happened. When there was planting of the cane and there was light in the fire. So check it out. Just now you go see how much accident is going to be going on the road. When she wake up back. That's what my grandfather say. Anytime you see she wake up back after crop season done, right? Like that is when it has happened. Yeah, not rainy season is from June 1, right? So check it for crop season. She burn in crop season, so she just wake up after crop season. Check it out from, let me say June, July day, straight to Christmas. See how much accidents go happen from there. You understand? Because the burn, when they was burning cane and there's plant cane and crop in rainy season. Yeah, rainy season, yeah. And then crop time, they just burn the cane. So think about what I'm telling you. And she get burned in crop time. So you go see she when she wake up for rainy season, when it's time to go back and she's strolling that whole highway go down the blasting. Me partner. I mean, me don't patrol and taking in the night, you know, because I know this story and you will hardly see me outside in the night. You know, I mean, I don't know what she looking for, who she looking for, what purpose it, but for me, that never really happened to me. I just go market and all 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and I pass it. But once, boy, I wouldn't lie, boy. I won't lie. It catch me. I don't know if I was sleeping or what it was. And I go in market, boy, and I swear to God, I see a child on that highway, boy. I tell you, I want to stop and I watch in the mirror. I didn't see it. I didn't come on my car. Remember, I know these stories. I wouldn't come out, but I swear, boy, I swear, I see a child walking on the highway. You know, on that side road. I swear, boy. I'm telling you. When there's any woman that's crying, when she started crying, then when she started to take life. Every time she started crying and started grieve, she started to take life. So, all I can tell you, boy. You may believe it or not. For me, I find it could be true because, I'm not saying it's true, I say it could be. Because what my grandfather tell me it make more sense than what people let's be saying. And I mean, he would know, because in the 40s that happened, right? And check the age she was. So I mean, apparently, yeah, it could be. Because check it out, back in the 40s, any accident? No, nothing. Check it out for yourself. It's only recently it happened. Only every year within that rainy season section there. And don't tell me the rain, the road slippery and you're driving mad and thing. Even though it don't rain, so it still happen. So you tell me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, boy. And for me, all I can tell you, boy, I don't know. I really don't know. But that would say, not they say. Sorry, my own grandfather tell me. Right? And that was in the 45, 46 around the time that happened when he was about 10 to 12. So if he born 1932, and I still have ID card, I can prove I have the ID card when he born 1932. Still have, mother still have the ID card and anyway, if he born 1932 and he say that happened when he was a little boy, he was only about 10 or 12 years at that time when that happened. So if he was 10 to 12 years and check how much years in 1944 to know, and check how much things this be going on in that same district. You ever hear any accident in Vancouver? As well as you pass Indian Trail, you ever hear anything like that? It's after you pass Indian Trail coming on from that portion there, right there, straight to that little dome by Gasparilla going down there. All kind of things that's happening right there. By the Gasparilla Bridge I'm talking about there, the downhill, and you're driving going on. As soon as you pass that little Gasparilla Bridge, and that the little highway from right there, check it from there, straight up that road before you reach Indian Trail. What does be going on? So it had to be true, it had to be true. I think it is true. Because after COVID, nothing. After that bridge there by Gasparilla, that little flyover bridge after you pass Gasparilla Bridge, after that little bridge, right now little ditch and thing, real thing has be going on there, boy, real thing. And as soon as you pass after that bridge, that flyover bridge, right as you pass Gasparilla from there, nothing. Everything just normal. You might get a little 1 and 2 normal, in and out. But you see from there come up, you check it. You always see an accident, always see an accident from there. So take my word advice and think about it and tell me where you think. Or you can leave a little comment and let me know if you feel it's true or false, if you don't believe it or not. But for me, watch man, I really feel that woman living there and that child boy. And when he tell me that story now, I feel real sorry and then because I mean back in them days you couldn't really see nothing and thing, but whoever she looking for on the highway or whatever she looking for, I just hope it's not me. Because me, I don't want to be no part in that. You understand? But a lot of things. I mean, I just pass right in, I just go market and nothing really ever happened to me. I don't know. I don't know what she looking for, who she looking for, but you understand? And I gave the story, dies the story. And back in them days, it could be true. They didn't really have nobody to stop anybody. And you understand? If you bigger than anybody else there, nobody going to see that. Everybody shut them out and go and either roti and tomato choke and badge and chill this because they want to get lost their work and they're the family to mine. So it could be true. My grandfather shared a story from me when he was about 60 something years. 60 years I think, yeah, about 60 something. Because my grandfather, yeah, about 60 years I think. I remember when he used to come and swing and hammock and eating my grandmother fried fish and rice and dal. And when the night time reach and then we done being and then downstairs and we come upstairs in the house, give you all them story and then so I believe it real. Hey, watch me, that real thing happening in this area here, you know. And there's Claxton area here, you know, from Indian Trail come up the road, you know. Real thing that's happening, you know. Who living around here may know. Who not living around here, but sure you must be sticking traffic. And what you be sticking traffic for? Not the same thing? So think about what I'm telling you. If you feel a lie, if you feel it tell you the truth, well you tell me. Because I really don't know. That's what the man tell me, I feel it is the truth. I don't feel it have anything that was not the truth. I literally feel it was the truth. You understand? Well, I hope you enjoyed this story because I think it's real for me. And all the kind of things be happening around in that area there, trust me, I believe it. If you don't believe it, well, I up to you, yeah? But you just think about what I tell you. And I literally tell you that. Watch me, don't go in the wrong direction here, you know, that highway there, trust me. Because you go see, wait for it. There's some accident going to happen in a little bit. 1 month we in May month, May month, June, July. Check it from around July, August, September, October, you go see how much drama go be happening there. Real accident. Wait for it and you go see, right? Because they say when they light the cane, she get burned up in the cane with the child. The child died first and she said a bowl, a kind of scream she just made. So maybe whoever going to die on that highway, they hear that scream, maybe there's annoy them and they there's getting accident. Could be. You understand? So I don't know. Me, you know, I don't want to say, I don't know. And even I get an accident too. Yes, in my right by Gasparilla, I get an accident, but I didn't die. Eh? And high up the road, I hit the light pole right by Gasparilla, fly over there, but I didn't die. Think about it. I passed through it. I now studying it and I now put it back into my thing. And a little high up the road by the dump right there, a little lower down there, I flip a car right there, but I didn't die. So something I must be do bad too, but I didn't die. I don't understand that. So me, you know. Yeah, but that happened to me right there too. So I don't know. But I didn't dead. I live. So think about it. I get accident again too, no, but I didn't get which I get accident, my. Nah, I get accident a little high up the road. After Gasparolo, when you pass the flyover, a little high up the road up, you hit a light pole too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was some kind of bad thing was going on with me there. That 5 years, but what? That 3-4 years there, real back and all with that. Man. I will share plenty story with that. I like to let you know. I like to let you be interested in thing. You know, and I hope you enjoyed my thing. You know, I just like I'm gonna share everything with all you, but you know, understand? Enjoy my stories and things, because sometimes be real. I'm telling you, a real thing. No fake thing and thing. Some stories I don't know. It's just be like with my grandmother and I don't know if it's true or false or my grandfather them, but I don't know if it's true or false. But if anything about it, this one making real sense and it could be true. You understand? I get an accident right there too by that gas pole. So they pass gas pole, fly over. It have a light pole, a big light pole right there. I damaged right there. That when my first wife did die. Yeah, and I walk out of that. And then lower down there, I flip and I went down the hill. So I walk out of that one too. Normal. Just a little bruises and little cut up and in my hand here, if you see. It have a deep cut somewhere here. Somewhere in my hand here have a deep cut. I don't know if you can see it in this hand there. Oh, look at it. See it there? This big deep cut. Me never look at see it there. Yeah, I get that in the accident when I went over with the car. And I have a next one somewhere in my hand here too. Somewhere in my next hand. In my knee. I have plenty in my knee. That one when I hit by gas for the fly body. Yeah, I didn't die. And I have one in my head here too. Somewhere in my forehead I have one. Somebody have a cut somewhere around there. Yeah, and I get when my teeth didn't come out with the accident too as well. I get 2 break teeth in the back here. Yeah, and damaged knee. Real thing. And them accident and them. But I live, so I didn't dead, so me, you know, I don't know. Me, I don't see don't get through my face now. Maybe I was going through my face too and she didn't like me. Maybe, I don't know. Nah, I doubt. I was just did something wrong with you, boy. Just wrong. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode on the Claxton Bay accidents and them. The true story or false story, I don't know. I just bring the story of my grandfather teach me, sorry. And I hope you enjoyed and I hope you look out for the next one because you see we starting to bring new things on the channel. Yeah, we have videos pumping. We have some Cheyenne again cooking and thing. We are actually coming up soon. Yeah, as I say, well, see we working and thing. Don't get worried, channel and moving, everything normal, we cool. We just working and thing. We're trying to pick back up how we lost out and thing. We're just trying to work on thing and pay bills and thing on time and eat and thing plenty now. That's how we're doing some tours and thing too. We have 1 2 tours and then we're planning to go and do and thing, so we could make all the show and come and see them. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you all in the next one. My name is David. Cheyenne, Sammy, Pinky, cooking something outside the mean over the cooking. So I still have to do my little recording as I get a little time because these is me already posting more videos because we're working. We know it is, but videos will be coming, man. So I hope you enjoy my Claxton Bay story. And I do hope nothing happened bad to you. That was I could tell you wrong there, right? I don't get my portion. That was quite back in 2012, 2012. I get my accident there. And 2013, I think it's 2013 maybe 2014, somewhere around there I get my next one right around there too. And I never do nobody nothing really wrong and I was just a madman. So I don't know. Me, you know. But I live. So me, you know. Just want to tell you be careful on that when you're coming on that stretch there and that's the story and I hope the story make you feel a little happier and get to know the story really happened. Yeah, that would them tell me, yeah? I don't know. But it could be true. Yeah, I assume it is true. Anyway, we'll see you all in the next one. My name is David and next one, we gone.